If you drop a piece of food on the floor, does the floor get dirty or does the food get dirty? And why is it called a drive-through if you literally have to stop to get your food? Welcome to Midnight Questions, where we explore the random, mind-bending thoughts that keep you awake. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss our future late-night explorations. Tonight, we are looking at a historical contradiction. A massive asteroid completely wiped out the giant, invincible apex predators of the prehistoric world. Yet tiny frogs, birds, and our fragile mammalian ancestors managed to live through the exact same apocalypse. We typically expect nature to reward the strongest and the fastest, but when a planetary cataclysm strikes, that logic collapses. The physical traits that make an animal dominant in normal conditions become distinct liabilities during a global disaster. About 65 million years ago, an asteroid the size of a city slammed into the Earth, right near modern-day Mexico. The explosive force of the impact was louder than 1 million nuclear bombs. The immediate fallout was devastating. A massive cloud of ash and dust enveloped the atmosphere, completely blocking out the sun, which caused global oxygen levels to plummet. This sequence of cascading environmental failures created a biological vacuum. The sudden lack of light and oxygen inverted the established rules of physical dominance, making size and strength an immediate death sentence. The collapse began at the very bottom of the food chain. Without sunlight, plants could not perform photosynthesis. Within a very short window, global plant life died off. When the plants died, the giant plant-eating dinosaurs starved. And once the plant eaters disappeared, massive meat eaters like the T-Rex quickly ran out of fuel. This bar chart illustrates the concept of a caloric trap. On the left is the massive daily food requirement of a multi-ton predator, and on the right is the near-zero availability of prey during a global famine. The T-Rex survived the initial blast. What killed it was the inescapable deficit between those two numbers. A creature that big simply requires too many calories to keep its organs functioning, meaning its own evolutionary success ensured it would starve to death. Meanwhile, early mammals, our ancient ancestors, were mostly no bigger than a modern rat or rabbit. Because of their tiny stature, their baseline caloric needs were incredibly low. When the sky caught fire, they utilized their small size to dig deep thermal burrows. They simply hid safely underground, far away from the intense surface heat and the starving predators roaming above. Take a look at this line graph tracking a crocodile's biological functions. Crocodiles utilize a superpower called metabolic stasis. They drop their internal processing and oxygen consumption so low that the line effectively flatlines, allowing them to survive up to a full year without eating a single bite of food. Turtles leveraged a similar strategy. Armed with built-in biological armor on their backs, they buried themselves in deep mud and went into a state of hibernation to outlast the atmospheric fires. In a planetary starvation event, biological simplicity and extreme slowness provide the exact metrics of power required to endure. The deep ocean acted as a massive protective buffer. The physical volume and depth of the water blocked extreme surface heat and shielded marine life from radiation. This geographic isolation protected specific species perfectly. Sharks weathered the global blast in the deep waters and survived entirely unchanged. Then there is the ultimate evolutionary irony, the jellyfish. It floated right through the apocalypse and has survived for over 500 million years, all with no brain, with no heart, and no bones. A global cataclysm is a highly specific extinction filter. It strictly punishes physical dominance and high biological overhead, while heavily rewarding geographic isolation. The asteroid was a hard biological reset. It wiped the planetary slate clean, stripping away the heavy, dominant giants and leaving the minimalists behind. True evolutionary power is rarely about aggressive size or strength. The creatures that outlasted the fire did so through adaptability, efficiency, and profound patience. What is the weirdest question that has ever popped into your head in the middle of the night? Let us know in the comments below so we can answer it in a future video, and make sure you subscribe, so the next time you feel small or weak, remember the mechanics of survival. It was the unassuming and quiet creatures that actually inherited the Earth.